Okay, so we start on September 9th, as we discussed. It's the new moon. Powerful time to start things. You're in sync with the lunar cycle, with the gravitational pull that's exerted on the Earth. Since your body is 60 to 70% water, that's basically like your own oceans, and your mind goes with the tides. So what we're doing here is allowing ourselves a better chance at catching a wave. Okay, so that's the new moon. Now, as I said before, we start on 9/9/2018, and we go to 9/18/2018. Right? So 9, any number plus 9. 9 is a very special number. It's the number of the subtle body in the 10 bodies system of Kundalini Yoga. And the subtle body, for those of you who don't know, is an energetic body which travels with the soul. So it's look at it this way. The more refined and subtle you are, let's say a musician who's really, really good and can kind of get into the sound current, we say that that person's got soul, or he plays with soul, or she plays with soul. That's because there's a subtlety to soulful things, right? The soul is a subtle energy. It's a much higher energy. It's the energy of the Akash, or the ethers, beyond the ethers. So the 9 is a very special number, very auspicious, because it gets you closer to the soul. And we have 2 9s here, right? So if you add them together, 9 plus 9 equals 18, as we know, and 1 plus 8 equals 9. So any number added to itself or multiplied by 9 becomes itself, right? So in this case, the 9 becomes itself. So that's really interesting, right? You want to become yourself. You want to be who you really are, which is a unique expression of the soul, right, in your individual body. So we're all different people, but we all have a soul, and there's a oneness to that soul, but we all express ourselves differently. So that's what the 9 gives you. And now we have 2018, which actually adds up to an 11. So we have the 9, as we discussed, with the 1 and the 8, and that 9 plus 2 is 11. 11 is a master number, what they say, a master number. It's a special number, and we don't break this down to a 2 like 1 and 1 plus 2, because 11 is a very special number. Now, the 11, if you think about it, we have our number system 1 through 10, right? So 10 is a complete part of the cycle. It completes the cycle. And then we start again with 1. It's almost like a magnification of your individuality. It's like 1 plus 1, you plus you. In Kundalini Yoga, there's a meditation, the I am meditation. And what you do is you say, I am. And the effect of that is that you say, I am, and then the ego gets into it and goes, yes, I am. I'm very special. And then when you say, I am again, it takes the mind to a place that goes, wait a second. We just established that you're the stuff. I am. Yeah, of course I am. When you say, I am a second time, Yogi Bhajan teaches that the mind is forced to go beyond the limited self. And so that's when you go into the limitless self, or the soul. So the 11 gives you that. Another aspect of the 11 that I like is that you have we live in this world of duality, right? And everything has its opposite. But we know deep down inside there's a oneness, there's a unity to things, right? And in Kundalini Yoga we have Ek Onkar, right? Ek Onkar. Right? So Ek means one, Ong, this is the creative consciousness that's constantly creating, like nature, just constantly creating. And Kar, just like a car goes, this is flow, right? So there's one creative consciousness, or creator, as they said in the religious days, and Kar, it's constantly moving, creating, it's just going, it never stops, right? So there's a oneness, right? And even though we live in this dualistic world, so while things seem like they're opposed against each other, really, you take this 11, and what it does is it creates this unison-ness. Like, with train tracks, if you look at them from far away, they merge. It's kind of an optical illusion, right? But it really hints at the fact that, parallel things, when looked at from a distance, it points to the oneness. So what we have on the day we start of the new moon is a 9/11 day. 9/11, which is very auspicious, because you've got the subtle body and you've got this unity or oneness. You have real opportunity on starting with your intention to really add some energy into what you want to accomplish, what you want to experience. It's very auspicious. But it gets even better because check this out. We go for 10 days in this boot camp. And we start, as we discussed, on the 9/11 day. And then we go straight 10 days doing Kundalini yoga and meditation every day and powering that intention. And then we get to the last day, which is also a 9/11 day, right? So we got the 9, and then as we discovered over here, 1 + 8 = 9. So that's 9/9, and which becomes a 9. And then the 2018, which is 11. So we start on a 9/11 day, we end on a 9/11 day. And guess what? In the middle is 9/11 2018, which is 9/11/11. So there's so many beautiful, energetic, numerological dates in this 10-day period, which starts on the new moon, which is very exciting to do this program in this way, and I really, really hope you can join us. One last thing about this. When you say 9/11, people sometimes, their mind just goes to negative, obviously because of that horrible event that happened in 2001. And we know this, right? Well, the people who orchestrated that also knew this, right? They knew the power of these numbers. And nowadays we know through computers that numbers can accomplish a lot of things. And it even hints at the fact that the universe is kind of computerized, if you will, right? We use astrology, we use numerology, and those things, they kind of can calculate some of the unknown. And that's because the universe is computerized. And those who kind of plan out these horrible things, unfortunately, they know how this stuff works. And which is why it's really important for people to come and do programs like this. So if you can join us, please join us, because what we're doing is we get a group of people together, and on this day where the whole world is thinking of negative things and using these numbers on these days, we can inject positive, elevating, higher frequencies into the planet. And that's why we're doing this, and that's why you should do this, and you should join us on this 10-day period. And if you can't join us for the whole thing, drop in. We've opened the program so that you can drop in from time to time. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me and write me, and I'll be happy to answer any questions or concerns that you may have. Okay, Satnam.